told her dad was going to cry. I said, your dad's going to cry. She goes, I don't know. I said,
well, at least they got all the crying out before all the guests.
My thing, speech, guaranteed.
And
my dad's going to cry too.
And she cried when she saw her mom.
When oh, Maddie cried?
Yeah.
Oh, okay.
When she came out and cried.
And when she came out, showed the girls.
That's so funny. She said too, she said, I'm going to try not to cry so much. I said, you're going to cry. She goes, I know. You guys at Brody's wedding, my dad trying to do a speech.
Where is he?
Cried like a child.
Watching the little one.
Yeah.
That's important.
My dad couldn't get his speech out.
Aww.
Every other word.
So
So,
he's such a good man.
yeah, he loved
Lucky.
it.
I don't know what
If he doesn't cry, I'm going to yell at him. Be like, cried at Brody's wedding. Why didn't you cry at mine?
Bro, what's up?
Yeah. What, do you not love me as much? That's weird.
what is your favorite?
I knew it. I always knew it.
Yeah, I knew it. As soon as he doesn't cry and turns around, I'm going to go, I knew it.
I am the second child. So how'd you propose?
On a boat. Surprise. Yeah, surprise. Yep. Yeah, she had no idea. That was my only stipulation. My one stipulation was I don't even want her to be like, yeah, I thought you were going to do it sometime this week. I wanted to make sure she was like, I thought it was going to be like a year. And it's exactly what she said while I was on one knee. Before she even said yes or anything, she just goes, I said, did you expect anything? She goes, I didn't think it was going to be like, I thought it was going to be like next year because I had just bought my truck.
Oh, wow.
But little did she know I already bought the ring way before the truck. So I'd been saving back up for the truck. And so she was,
Truck or the ring?
yeah, that's what she thought. She was like, it's either me or the truck. I was like, no. Yeah. Yeah. So she had her. I didn't want her like. You see a lot of proposals like the girls all dressed up in white, and they're like, I didn't know. I'm like, why'd you wear all white then? And like your hair. We're going out to fancy dinner. You go out to fancy dinner all the time, wear all white? Because I don't. I know that I don't do that. And so, but she was in her Martin County uniform. She didn't even get to go home. She went straight from work, got on the boat, and we said we were gonna go. What you guys do? I was like, I gotta sell the boat. I need you to help me take photos of it, put it on Facebook Marketplace. Okay, yeah. And I was like, just stand right there. I'm gonna center my camera. I centered it. I was like, I'm gonna come up there with you. Let's get one last photo on the boat. And I had a photographer on the beach, and she was like, well, I have to hide. I was like, no. It'll go right over her head. There's a photographer with a camera this long on the beach. Sure enough, she looked right at the camera and was like, just turned around. And yeah, it was cool. It was really cool. I feel like I'm in a deer stand. Like, hear something crunching behind me and I can't turn around. So slow. Take it off. Golly. I told Maddie in the blind the other day something funny. I said, when you're deer hunting, big things don't make a lot of noise. Little things make a lot of noise. There was no noise from that. And I was like, Maddie shuffles. She shuffles a lot. So I was like, something's not right here. She's walking. And I feel like Maddie would have said something to me. I don't know. I was like, it's really quiet. That was funny. I got like here and just saw green and I was like, what? It's like, Maddie's not wearing green. Dang it. Dang it, dang it, dang it. These cowboy boots. They're brand new. The ankles are feeling it. We took that long to get William out of here? Come on.
He wasn't dressed.
I was gonna say when I left he was not even, right. Yeah. That's so funny. Did you see the Jeep up there?
Oh yeah.
There was the white carriage, like princess white carriage. I don't know if it's right here. It was right here a minute ago. Not a minute ago, but last time we were here. They had a princess, like Cinderella white carriage. They're like, we're gonna put it up by your wedding. And I went, how about a beat up old military Jeep with a cracked windshield instead? And the lady was like, I mean, whatever you want. I was like, can I park it right there? She's like, sure. I was like, perfect. Yeah.
We'll be doing pictures on it.
She was like, you don't want the Cinderella, like, wagon? I was like, no. I like this one. This one's cool.
The real one.
Yeah, okay. If it's another one of them,
We're not sure.
If it's another one of them,
If I need to move.
I wonder, was that her actual veil?
I don't know.
Do you hear how much more noise that is? Small things make loud noises in the woods. I can smell you too. Do I turn around? Oh my goodness! Look at you! Whoa, look at the little thing! That's so cool, dude! I love it! Whoa, look at
You
your
like it?
buttons! I
You like
love
it?
it! Whoa! Look at the baby's breath, that's so pretty. The curls. I love it, Muffin. This is cool. Will you let this down when you walk down the aisle?
Uh-huh.
That's cool. Oh, very sexy. Very sexy. Wow. Look at that. Give me a spin. Wow. I like your boingies. Your hair. That's so pretty. Look at this one. The little blonde is nice. The blonde highlights you got.
See, I thought you'd like that. Like, how did you pick?
It's a little dirty.
It's a little dirty, but it's okay.
I love it, dude. I won't kiss you too much. I
Yeah,
don't mess
yeah.
your makeup up. Oh my goodness. How's your morning been?
It's been
Good?
chaotic.
Been a lot?
It's been a lot.
How long have you been in this for?
About an hour or so.
I got to get undressed, so I've been just chilling. I've been playing darts for the past 3 hours. Yeah. I haven't won yet. So, we're not doing too good.
Is this what you like imagined?
No. Mm-mm.
Really?
Yep, not at all.
So I did a good keeping a
Yes.
secret.
No, yeah, oh yeah. Well, because the one dress you showed me that was the one you didn't choose
Yeah.
was like lacy but not lacy, if that makes sense.
Oh,
Like it was like
okay.
pattern on here and then it floofed.
Yeah.
It floofed down
Yeah.
here. That doesn't floof at all.
Nope, it's
Wow.
tight.
Did you choose that one and go? This
Yep,
is it.
this is the one I cried
That's
for.
nice.
Look at your shoes.
Look at the ostrich,
Gosh,
dude.
wait, I need a spin. Give me a spin.
Check it out.
Oh wow. Oh, that's nice.
When I
So
stand it,
sexy.
when I stand it straight, look at that. What's this? Is that when you cry?
No.
I heard you maybe cried a little bit every single time you saw somebody. Is this true?
Maybe. Just a little bit.
And then they tried to get me with William.
Mm,
William was standing here. Funny guy. I was
that
like, what's taking
that,
so
That was
long?
my idea. You liked it.
Your idea was the throw too?
Huh?
The throw, where they
Oh,
threw me
yeah.
up in the air?
Oh no. Yes. Yes, I
Did you
found
see the
that
photos?
idea. Nope.
Wait till you see the photos. I was about 7 feet in the air.
Oh my gosh.
Like above, they were holding me here, I was about 7 feet up. It felt like it at least.
She's 8 people.
I have a video. I'll show you.
Thank you.
And they're using the 360 camera.
Oh.
My face, instead of, I'm trying to smile the whole time, and I was up there like, and then I go back to smile because
No, you don't need to smile.
it was, well, a bunch of people throw you up and they drop their hands and there's nothing, and then they catch you again. It was a little freaky. This is so pretty.
Thank you, baby. I wanted to
Wow.
keep it like simple and
This is
You
so pretty too. The
I
The
wanted
roses
to have
that
those
are-
flowers,
yeah,
like
yeah.
the darker colors. It was,
what is it? Just
that's for Mimi. That's not part of it, but I just like kind of like
Oh.
stuffed it in there.
very nice.
So yeah.
Your shoes, very pretty.
Yeah, you
Can't
like
really
the
see them,
shoes?
but they're
You
very
like the
pretty.
Shoes? Just very nice.
Look at I will say, you made a lot more noise than William did. Remember what I told you? where heavier or bigger things make no noise.
Yeah.
Little things make a lot of noise. You made William basically like snuck up on me. You were not sneaking up on me. That's so funny.
For you guys, so I want to see how loud you can get. They need to hear you. Beautiful. At this time, I'd like to introduce to you the bridal party of the night. Ladies and gentlemen, Olivia and Alex. Ladies and gentlemen, Macy and Cole. Which again? Ladies and gentlemen, Avery and Jake R. Camila and Eli. Simona and Jake B. Lauren and Hayden. Allison and William. Ladies and gentlemen, your maid of honor, Ella, and best man, Brody. Ladies and gentlemen, everyone on your feet. Everyone on your feet. Ladies and gentlemen, it is my honor to introduce to you Mr. and Mrs. Dawson Fields. No. One more thunderous applause. Thunderous applause. At this time, the bride and groom will have their first dance.
From the floor up to the rafters.
and gentlemen, your bride and groom. At this time, if I can have Madeline's father come up for their dance. Now I'd like to have Dawson up to the floor and his mother for their dance.
Alone in the kitchen, blue paint on her cheek, everything's ready to go. Yeah, it's a boy, he's due next week, she's excited, her heart's on the glow. She turns on the radio and she dances with her little man, spinning around, belly in hand, 'cause she knows there'll come a day that some lucky girl will dance in her place. She holds on as long as she can to her little man. She held that baby so tight in her arms. One day she claimed he was grown. Those first steps together, they filled up her heart as he heads off to his senior prom. says, how about a dance with Mom? And she dances with her little man, spinning around, hand in hand, 'cause she knows that there'll come a day and some lucky girl will dance in her place. She holds on as long as she can to her little man. The vows are exchanged and the rings are in place, and her baby boy is dancing away. Then he walks over, wipes a tear from her eye, says there's still one girl haven't danced with tonight. And she dances with her little man, spinning around, hand in hand, 'cause she knows today is the day that lucky woman will dance in her place. She holds on as long as she can to the memory of every dance with her little man.
Ladies and gentlemen, Dawson and his mom. And at this time, we're going to have Madeline's grandfather, John, go ahead and do the blessing for tonight. And from there, we'll go into dinner.
To the left, to the left, to the right, to the right. Now take your left hand and put it on your side. Come over your shoulders, go slip and slide. Just watch my hand hard out. This time to shine. Gonna do the first thing. Drop up your little sweetheart and spin. And you hold it on and get it. Take it to the left and dip. When it don't go down, take a sip. When it down, lean back, put your hands. You're so slide to the left, slide to the right. Now come back, have a good time. Slide to the left, slide to the right. Do the button, have a good time around. You always down the floor. Sweetheart and spin, and you go down and get it. Take to the left and dip. When it don't go down, take a sip. When it down, lean back, put your toes. Take it down now, take it down now. Take it down now, take it down now. Bring it down now, bring it down now. Bring it down now, bring it down now.
Hello. For those who may not know, my name is Ella. I'm Maddie's little sister. First off, I'm not a public speaker, so bear with me. I've called Maddie Sissy since I first knew how to speak, and she hates it when I call her by her real name. So I'm gonna stick with calling her Sissy for the speech. Some people grow up hating their siblings, but mine made my childhood unforgettable. She was always willing to do anything, from playing dress up to wrestling each other like a bunch of boys, and even to playing Barbies until she was a bit too old to still be playing with Barbies. She always took care of me. When I was a toddler, she was constantly feeding me, holding my hand in public, and holding me in her lap. She was a little mommy when she was 5 years old. She didn't put up with bullies either. When I was about 4, a little boy threw a ball at me, knocking me to the ground. She immediately picked up the ball and threw it back at him, making me cry. Through my teenage years, she always voluntarily helped me with school, always played sports with me, and never once wasn't there to help me through the bad moments. From a young age, she always gave up what she wanted to make me happy and never failed at making me feel loved. Sissy. I love you so much. I'm so happy for you. Don't look at me. that you're my sister. When she started dating Dawson, I was 14. And I was so excited because I always wanted an older brother. Sorry, I can't. Well, Dawson immediately fit that role. Him and I are very similar because, stupidly, we're both extremely spontaneous. And one thing about Dawson is he knows how to have a good time. From the beginning, he always included me and brought me along on little adventures. He's made every fishing, camping, and diving trip so memorable because of his gift of making everything exciting. Sorry. Another admirable thing about Dawson is how patient he is. You need a lot of patience to deal with my sister sometimes. All that being said, my favorite thing about him is how encouraging he is, especially to my sister, and how obvious he makes the fact that he's in love with her. I always notice how supportive you two are of each other, and I can't wait to see how you grow through Jesus together. And I'm excited to be an aunt. I'll always be here cheering you on, and I love you both so much. Cheers.
Hello, everybody. I'm going to try my best not to cry during this, but if you know me, it's probably not going to go very well. I'm Dawson's older brother, his best man, Brody Fields. It's been said, but thank you all for coming. You all look incredibly lovely this evening. Thank you, Miller. I titled this Dawson's Vows when I started writing it a few months back on accident, so forgive me if this sounds more like a declaration of love than a best man speech. It's hard to imagine that Dawson and I are both married now, and to such incredible women at that. I said to Sandy one night, laying in bed thinking about this speech a few months ago, that Dawson was 9 years old, and he and I were messing around doing stupid shit every chance we could, and it felt like it was yesterday. Sometimes you're battling out, sometimes we're best friends. Somehow, it's 14 years from that point, and I can't imagine ever being anything but best friends with my brother ever again. Damn it. I remember a specific time when Dawson was younger and he got upset at the world because he thought that I was better than him than everything. While that certainly wasn't true then, and it's certainly not true now, there's one thing I'll never be better than Dawson at, and that's being a good person. Dawson cares for people, especially the ones he loves, more than anyone I've ever met, and probably ever will. Anyone who has the chance to meet him and get to know him is better off for it. And if you fall into that special category of people he loves, you've been blessed. I believe with all my heart that Maddie is now, and has for a while, been in that special category. So congrats to you, Maddie, officially and legally. Welcome to the family. Remember 3 things, little brother. Happy wife, happy life. I'll always be there for the both of you, for whatever you need, and switching guns is faster than reloading. Thank you.
Ladies and gentlemen, a little round of applause for our man of honor and our best man. That concludes the formalities of the night. Ladies and gentlemen, the bar is wide open. All right, the night.
Here we go.
shared that, but I think you're keeping that, right? That's for you. All right. Now, we'll keep it.
14 karat gold. Not really. Forks.
Who needs forks?
When you got fingers.
Alright, that's good.
Alright, I'm not moving.
I think you just sucked out a kiss.
Hasn't this been a wonderful evening, huh?
It's just been a while.
I'm hungry. Lord bless Dawson, Madeline, and the food. Amen.
Gentlemen, so a few announcements for the night before dinner. This is going to be buffet style, so do please wait until you hear your table number called up. Now,
Go ahead, anybody. Welcome, everyone. My name is Steve Miller. I've always been the very proud father of Maddie Miller, and now Maddie Fields. First off, I'd like to thank everyone for joining us in celebrating Maddie and Dawson. For some of you, it took a lot of sacrifice and time and money to get here, and you're very much appreciated. To Mr. John Maxwell, doing a great job in making it official. Thank you very much, great job. Give him a hand, give him a hand. To Dawson's parents, Jennifer and Jimmy, for all you've done to make today special, and for raising an incredible young man. My daughter's husband, and now my new son-in-law. Thank you. Give him a hand too, Dawson's parents. My mentor and father-in-law says, nobody is good the first time they do anything. That's a quote. Now he's teaching a lesson, obviously you want to continue to work on things. But that being said, this is my first Father of the Bride speech. So keep that in mind, but I'm going to give it my best shot. Plus, I figured I didn't embarrass myself enough on the dance floor already, so I might as well stand up here and cry in front of everybody. I think it did good. Pretty good. Oh, and one more thing. So I've been told by all the women in my family that when a man cries, it's a sign of strength, not weakness. So let's just keep that in mind as we go on this. So the story of Maddie begins January 2000 when we found out Eli was pregnant. By the way, for those of you that don't know, Eli is a girl, and she's my beautiful wife for 28 years. Eli, please stand up. Everybody can see you. September 8th, 2000, Maddie was born. And I'll never forget when the nurse said, "Okay, you can take her home now." I couldn't believe they were giving us this little fragile thing to take home. She can't even hold her head straight. And I'm supposed to buckle her up in a car and drive her home. By far the slowest I've ever driven in my life. So now I have this baby girl and no idea what to do with her. I grew up wrestling and playing sports with my dad and my two older brothers who are here tonight. So naturally, I would do the same with her. And long story short, she grew up a very tough little girl. I could stand up here for 30 minutes and tell story after story about how wonderful Maddie is. But for time's sake and for your guys' sake, I'm not going to do that. So instead, I wrote down a few of the characteristics about Maddie that I absolutely love and admire. She's disciplined and organized, hardworking and thoughtful. Her relationship skills are off the charts. She's supportive and has an incredible attitude, even when things don't go her way. Attitude is a choice, and she has mastered this at a very young age. She's extremely adventurous, has passion to learn, is very teachable, and very competitive. One of her favorite quotes is, "Life begins where your comfort zone ends." I took her out of her comfort zone a lot, and she loved every minute of it. One of my favorite stories of Maddie is when she wanted to learn how to surf. From the time she was little, we were always at the beach, but for some reason she never showed an interest in surfing. When she turned 14, all of a sudden she wanted to learn how to surf. The problem was that she was afraid of waves and sharks. So we started off slow and very small waves. In fact, so small I had a hard time catching anything. But we paddled out anyway, and we sat, and we sat, and we sat, and we got comfortable just being in the ocean. One day I was going to go surfing with my friend Teeter, and the waves were about 4 feet with some 5-foot sets. For Florida, that's a pretty good size, especially for a new 14-year-old surfer. She wanted to go with us, and I said, "Baby, I'm not sure you're ready for this," but I think she was getting tired of the small stuff, and she wanted to give it a go. Now I was a little nervous for her, so I told my friend, I said, "We need to keep eyes on her and be close to her at all times." And that's exactly what we did. She caught some good waves that day, but most of the time she was taking a pretty good beating. I'll never forget seeing her get crushed by a big set, the 4 biggest waves that came through. And she was being held underwater for a long time. In fact, I thought she was gonna wanna quit. But when she finally got to the surface, she had a huge smile on her face. That was the first day she learned how to be comfortable in very uncomfortable situations. And then after that, the ocean became our playground, and we've shared hundreds of days in the ocean, surfing, training, diving, racing, paddleboards. I consider myself a very lucky dad that I got to spend so much time with Maddie growing up, and she has become one of my best friends. It started off with me teaching her, and now she's teaching me. The hardest part of being a father of a girl is learning how to let go, but still always being there for them. A lot of the characteristics that I mentioned, my mom that passed away in 2014 had, and she was just an incredible woman. And it's crazy how much of my mom I see in Maddie. And Nana would be extremely proud of you, baby. Extremely proud. All right. July 2019, Dawson enters the picture. You know how they say that the first one always has it the hardest with the parents? Well, Dawson was technically the first real boyfriend, so it wasn't very easy on him, and I just lost my notes. Wow. That's funny. That wasn't part of my plans ever, even when I practiced this. This has never happened.
So I you're never good the first time.
Yeah, I know. I'm proving your point, aren't I?
But you're becoming great.
Yeah.
You skipped good.
So he was the first real boyfriend, so I wasn't. In fact, I told Maddie, I said, when you've been dating for a year, well, let me know, and then I'll start paying attention to him. That wasn't Dawson's fault. That was coming from a dad who wasn't ready to stop being the number one man in Maddie's life. But as time passed, and I got to know him, what I loved and admired most about him is how much he truly loves Maddie. Once I realized that he loved her as much as I do, and would give his life for her, he was in. And now I love seeing them experience life together with all their adventures. He's now the one that gets to take her out of her comfort zone, and she's loving every minute of it. I think the two most important things to make a marriage successful is grace and unconditional love. You're both going to make mistakes, and you need to be ready to give each other grace when that happens. Love is a choice, not always a feeling. You initially fall in love, but after time, it turns into a decision to stay in love. Love is patient and kind. Love is not jealous or boastful, proud or rude. It does not demand its own way. It keeps no record of being wrong. God is our best example of grace and love. He gives us grace when we don't deserve it, and he loves us unconditionally. Always remember what God does for you and let it flow through you to each other. I love you both, and I'll always be there for you always and always. I don't have a glass. Please raise your glasses. Your glass. To Maddie and Dawson. Cheers.
Follow that up. I'd be crying. My name is Jimmy. I'm Dawson's father, and Maddie's father-in-law. Thank God. Speaking of birth, he gets quite sentimental with Steve because we didn't even have a name for Dawson when we were leaving the hospital. The nurse was like, "Hey, you gotta name this guy." And we looked at each other and like, Dawson? I mean, it was on the list, but we were arguing over. We were like, Dawson? Like, okay, works for us. Whatever we're stupid. Sorry, but it wasn't like that special. Anyway, so one of my best friends who passed away since then, when we told him, he said, "Oh, cool, dolphin." No, Dawson. So anyway, he nicknamed it young age Dolphin with all my buddies there. But anyway, if I offend anybody in this speech, I'm apologizing in advance. But a little story on how these two met is pretty funny. Hey, don't cry yet. And they were, Dawson was dating, say, a less desirable, we'll call it. They were on a retreat called Young Life, as John, you guys know, through faith. And Jennifer and I were hunting here up in Georgia, and we were just stressing over this girl that he took on the trip with him, dating and all that. And we prayed that they would break up. It was just kind of sad. Anyway, so Dawson had called us or texted us about halfway through the trip that they had broke up. And I think Jennifer screamed so loud, I think every deer in the woods heard us. I mean, we were jumping up and down. We were, let's go! Thank God, they broke up. I mean, it's terrible, right? But again, she less desirable girl, we'll call her. We won't name her. But anyway, so as it follows, Dawson always told Jennifer everything. I think he told her that, he had met another girl, or maybe they even kissed, I think, maybe on the bus. I don't know, maybe, something of that way. Anyway, so when we went to pick him up, at the end of the trip on the bus, he got off with Maddie in tow. And I gotta admit, I looked and I said, what is this girl, 12? What, seriously, Dawson, is she like 12? Anyway, so obviously we brought her over, we were ecstatic. I mean, look at her, right? I mean, we were very ecstatic that she was not 12. 4'9", but not 12. No. So anyway, we were very ecstatic with that, and we were very happy that he had her in tow. So, again, this other girl could be a serial killer, whoever, whatever, we didn't care. We love her. We love her to death. So we didn't care what she was. As long as she wasn't the other girl that he was with that night. So anyway, since then, I mean, they've been like two peas in a pod. I mean, that cliche gets used a lot, you know, match made in heaven, you know, made for each other. But I can tell you, we've been around these a lot. They actually, they live with us now. So renters, so to speak. Anyway, so we spent a lot of time around them, and I'm telling you, and you guys can believe me if you want, these two have never argued. I know that. Or, like, really argued. I mean, kind of pisses you off, actually. Seriously? I mean, they never argue. They're made for each other. And we're just happy that she came into his life and our lives, because she has made him a better man, too. I hope you'll agree. And they're both very accomplished, and we're glad to have Maddie in our lives. For Dawson. Dawson, what can I say about this kid? I mean, he had his fire certification, paramedic, scuba, captain's license, freediver's course, all before he was 20 years old, which you can't say it much about 20 years, but you know, very accomplished kid, very driven, and I think she drives him even more. So happy to have that. We didn't think we were going to get him out of high school. I mean, honestly, I mean, homework, struggles. I mean, I just told him, like, just homeschool. We kind of hit the kid lottery with both my kids. Make sure I said that. Right. And we also hit the daughter lottery with Anthony, of course. Right. And you know, this kid shares all my passions and my wife's passions, which is hard to find as well. He loves to hunt, loves to fish, loves to dive. And my wife loves to hunt, fish, loves to dive. Shares all our passions. And really, that's what I can tell you. And I told Brody and Sandy the same thing: is, you know, always include each other in what you do, and they do, which is great. I got a great head start on that. Take her fishing, take her hunting, just take her. You know, include her, because you don't always stay home. It took me a while to figure that out with Jennifer, but boy, I'm glad I did. You know, just in life, have patience with each other, communicate. Again, take each other, include each other, just be each other. You know, all I can tell you. And you know, when you start having kids, you know, maybe you will get on the good side of us again. But anyway, it gives me goosebumps, Maddie, that not your kind of goosebumps. But you know, goosebumps, Maddie, that you are in our lives and part of our family. And kudos to you guys again, Steve. Just like you said, she raised an incredible daughter. Incredible. She has her faith is there, her ability, her manners, relationship skills. I mean, again, like you, I go for 30 minutes and go on and on and on. And all you can, you know, great friends of mine, Cole and Tony, and we talk about a lot of time. All you can ask for is your kids are happy, right? I mean, doesn't matter what happens in life, as long as your kids are happy, we're happy. And Jennifer and I are very happy that, you know, for one, Maddie came in our life to make my son happy. So, I'll say we love you guys. Now you can move out.
Ladies and gentlemen, another big round of applause for Jimmy and Steve. We've got our maid of honor and best man, Ella and